Hey, welcome to the Drip and Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Why'd you karate chop?
I don't know. I just want to show enough force.
Yeah.
That if anybody wants to step up on us, oh shit, that guy's seen
Bruce Lee movies?
enough. Yeah. Kung Fu that he knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Of the two of us, if someone stepped up
Yep.
to throw down,
Right.
is it you they're going to be worried about?
No.
Okay.
But that's why, if I show that even I know what I'm doing,
Oh, that
we don't even want to
enhances.
pretend what the other guy knows.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you throw the karate chop.
Yeah.
My name is Kyle.
Yeah. They got muscle and technique.
Skills.
Yeah.
Mad
Man,
skills. Okay.
Relax around these dudes.
Well, because I was scared when you karate chopped.
Yeah.
And I know you.
Because you should, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I needed clarification.
Well, you know,
And I have
feel
it.
free to ask, yeah.
And I did ask, and now I have
Safe
clarification.
space.
It is.
Because
it is.
I'm prepared. You know?
you're juking over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, now you're robotoing.
Don't mess up.
Don't
with
me
me.
arigato.
I'll get you real quick.
Roboto. What?
You thirsty?
Definitely. And because I'm thirsty, I feel like I want to invite everyone who's listening to the Drip and Stone podcast to have a drink along with us.
Yeah. At least listen to us drink.
Mouth noises.
But
cut
while
out
we do that, it's way better
if you drink along with us.
if you have a little drink with us.
Yeah, whatever suits the time frame of the time frame that you're listening to the podcast.
Right.
Yeah, because if you're listening to the podcast in a car, because if you're driving, you don't want to partake of any sort of libations.
Yeah. No, you be smart about it.
Correct. Yeah.
Or if it's you just woke up and you're
Right.
easing into the day, I want to listen to a little Drip and Stone.
Sure.
Enjoy it with your coffee.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm just saying, be
We
smart.
love coffee.
We do love coffee.
I have
We
2
love
cups of coffee today. It's
two.
a rare day. Yeah.
Really, 2 cups is the rare day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm usually just 1 cup.
Yeah.
Finish it. Start the day.
I'm usually a cup in the morning, and then I have a cup at some other point. Today was a 3-cup day. It was a day.
Wow.
I was feeling it.
That's
And-
good. That's good.
And I made a mocha espresso when I got home today. So
So you had 4, or that was
no,
the
that
third?
was the third.
That was
Yeah,
your third.
usually I'll have. Sometimes I only have 1 cup. It just depends. The day, it's all whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Manouche.
Sure. All of that to say, Kyle. Yeah, I am thirsty for something, and I have a bottle for us.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah, this is a bottle.
From the Peach State.
This is a bottle from the ASW
Yeah.
distillery. This is the Fiddler toasted straight rye whiskey finished in toasted barrels.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a pick.
A store pick.
It's not
or
a store
barrel
pick. It's a barrel pick.
Even better.
Yeah, this is a barrel pick from our really good friends at the Lakeland Whiskey Society.
Love those guys.
Yeah, the Lakeland Whiskey is a society. We're actually doing something with Lakeland Whiskey Society in a couple weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have the founder of the Lakeland Whiskey Society on.
It's about time.
Yeah, finally, after how many years?
Right.
But they just released this barrel pick. I saw it. I saw the color on this thing, and I was like, I want that.
Yeah, that's great. It's got a little swan sticker on
It
there.
does, yeah. So this is barrel number 357. The age on this, my guy, 7 years, 9 months. It's finished in a toasted barrel for 1 year and 11 months.
Nice.
3 char, toast is medium, ABV 57.8.
Woo!
I know. Look at the color just in the bottle.
Yeah,
that's
dark.
That's dark. And you see what Lakeland Whiskey did? Again, our local whiskey society, they put their own little label on there.
Yeah, a little tater sticker.
Yeah, the toasted oatmeal cream rye.
I love the swan and the Little Debbie
Little Debbie, yeah, it's so good.
attire.
It's so good.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll probably talk about this release and some of their other barrel picks in the future. But I saw this and I was like, I want to do it.
It's a toasted rye.
Yeah,
Man.
it's a toasted rye. Exactly.
Great.
Yeah, ASW is in Atlanta.
Yep.
And come on, man.
This will be our second ASW product.
I know. We've had what other Fiddler we have?
We had a Fiddler.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but
No,
yeah,
I remember buying it in Georgia.
yeah. It was.
I'd have to go back and look up the deets.
I don't remember what it was either, but I remember it was a great
It was
bottle.
solid. Yeah, really good.
I'm gonna give you some bottle words, shall I?
Hit me.
Enjoy this delicious expression in our ASW Toasted series. This distinctive all-American rye bears all the hallmarks of the rye whiskeys that have gone on to achieve legendary status amongst enthusiasts and connoisseurs. I feel like we're both of those things.
Sure.
The first few years
What's the difference?
I don't know. The first few years see it harmonize in new charred American white oak barrels. From there, the rye enjoys a coda in new toasted American white oak barrels that impart complexity and subtlety. This redoubtable rye whiskey hits all the spicy, robust notes you'd expect in a top-shelf American rye, with additional unique notes imparted by the toasted barrels in which it whiles away its final days before reemerging in a burst of lyricism. We hope you enjoy it as much and as frequently as we do.
Sure we will.
Did you hear all those words I just said?
Yeah.
It was like a Nick Offerman bottle.
Yeah.
Like that's what it reminds me of. Like
yeah,
a
for
Nick,
sure.
Wow.
Little poem.
I don't know who their writer is or their copy editor, but
they're going for it.
Well, they're either doing that or they're right clicking on the Word document and they're like, find a synonym. Got it. One of the two.
Yeah.
Man.
AI.
Yeah.
Write a preposterous bottle poem for it.
Correct. All right. So let's get into this. This is a fresh crack too, man.
Hell yeah.
Told you it was fresh.
Lord Almighty.
Look at it. I'm just amazed by the color here.
Yeah, it's damn pretty.
Is that burnt umber? Is that burnt sienna? What is this?
It's still in the sienna realm.
It's still in the sienna
because it's hard to get to. Like in the bottle, if you look at the label in the back,
yeah,
like that's your umber back in there.
Okay.
It's just
yeah, like dark.
Yeah, you look at it like that way.
Oh yeah, I see
especially
it. Yeah.
like that way. Dude.
Oh boy,
like that's your
okay. I'm with you.
That's your umber.
So that's like dark brown.
Yeah.
Okay, so sienna is like a reddish, like a brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, reddish brown, and then umber's like your
coffee. All right, on the nose.
It's a whole lot of rye.
That's a lot of rye. Wow.
All the best things too.
Legit. And what's really nice is you get that like really forward rye note, but then complemented by a sweet.
Yeah, like fresh rye.
Yeah.
And spiced apple.
Oh, like apple strudel.
Yeah.
Like definitely baked goods. And I know they put oatmeal cream pie on the back here, but like baked good all the way.
Yep. Kicker of a proof.
What was it again?
It's going to be 115.6.
Okay.
57.8.
Ooh, buddy. It shows on the nose.
Yep.
And I think it's with a rye too, like you get the spiky bits and that's coming through on the nose too. You get like all of this really nice. It's a combination of piney and cinnamony.
Yeah,
it's
it really
not
is.
Quite,
it's like threading that needle.
Exactly. And then the ABV just really like pushes that forward.
Yeah. Like I don't get a lot of like char dark notes on the nose, but kind of assuming that's going to come through on the palate.
Yeah, and I would assume so as well, but I would also assume that because it's a toasted rye, you'd have a bit of that like just roasty toasty notes on the nose.
Right.
But again, it's a rye, so sometimes ryes can just not present that.
That, and as old as it is, you'd think it would come through a little bit more.
It's like 47 years? 7 years, that's right.
Almost 8.
And then age in that toasted barrel again.
Yep.
All right, shall we?
You don't think that counts?
No.
If it goes into a new
if it goes into
vessel,
and that's
age no longer matters?
Well, no, that's not fair. If it goes into a new vessel, then the age in that vessel starts again. So it's a 7-year, 9-month rye, then aged another year.
Another year. So it's almost
and
a 10
11 year. Actually, it's it's almost 12 years.
Wow.
Because it's a 7-year, 9-month rye, then aged a year and 11 months, or finished a year and 11 months in a toasted barrel. So you're right. I'm like doing some quick math. Sorry, buddy. The way you're looking at me, I was like, I'm wrong. I'm wrong here. Okay.
He's at a minimum, he's questioning it.
I can
and
see.
either I need to
I can see the eyes.
Slam him back down to earth.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Check myself.
It's like 15 years old. Like,
wow.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yes. Pleasant as hell.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say this. I expected more proof. The nose tells me proof.
I feel like I get everything that I expected from it. I get a good bit of proof, and I feel like the palate matches the nose incredibly well.
Oh, for sure. Okay, now that I've sat with it for a second, I'm getting a really nice specific rye hug. And like the rye hits me like not a bourbon does. Like the rye is more winter green. Like that feeling.
Herbally.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You know what's weird? It's like right before I tasted it on the nose, dill.
Yeah, I can see that.
Pickly in nature. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
It's almost like sauerkrauty.
Like you open those like small batch pickles when you got like the whole dill sprig in there or whatever, and then you got all the little floaty garlic bits and all that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, interesting.
I think it's absolutely appropriately named. There is this really nice vanilla creamy note that just kind of sits on top of it all.
Yeah, I do love the creamy, almost custard's nature
bad,
to it. No oat.
No oat.
I don't really get anything.
No, I don't get oat either.
Oaty in that realm to push it into an oatmeal cream pie, but yeah, it is very creamy. But it's still just more so in that kind of like it's like vanilla icing on a piece of rye bread.
Correct. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The rye is so present and forward. It doesn't suggest oat to me or cereal. It does on the nose.
The nose definitely does. Yeah, the nose definitely does.
Man, all around. Grand slam of a pour.
Oh, for sure.
Delightful.
I think this would actually be made even better. Big chunk of ice.
Yeah.
Let that just slowly melt. And as all those kind of flavors commingle together, man.
Yep. And it's the fun experience of that as the ice melts, it changes the relationship of those flavors together, kind of pulls everything apart. So the pour that you start with is completely different
for sure
from the pour that you end with. And it's just a fun little experimental journey to go on. It's brown sugar and rye for me.
That's it.
It's just a home run. It's got that creamy texture. It is viscousy, oily.
Yeah.
Leaves your palate just slick as hell.
Yeah. And that finish, 4 days.
Yeah. And that proof pop.
I think I'm going to put a little water in it. See, just a few drops of that good old hose water. See if that opens it up.
Just a squirt.
You can't make the sounds when I'm trying to drink, man. All right, Cal, now that we have a fantastic pour.
Yeah.
Curated from our friends at Lakeland Whiskey Society.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Good call on this one.
Also, side note, how do we get in on these barrel picks? Like, how do we get in on the picking of the barrels?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. Well, we got to talk to LJ when he comes over to record with us in a couple of weeks and just be like, dude.
If you ever need a second opinion, reach out.
Secondary, tertiary, quaternary, whatever you need. Anyway, now that we've got a fantastic pour, Kyle, what do you want to talk about this week?
I've seen a lot of things recently, social media wise, TikTok reel wise, that revolve around the importance of small talk.
Small talk.
Yeah.
As in like
just kind of like shooting the shit.
Oh.
Just getting through an interaction with somebody that, it's not just an immediate transactional interaction.
Sure.
It's like you kind of need to stretch it out and have a bit of a conversation with somebody.
You're talking about like you go to like a grocery store and like the clerk's like, hey, how's your day going? Or like, you got any plans this week?
Yeah.
That kind of small talk.
Yeah, just small talk. It's not anything where you're going too deep with anything, but it's just a quick little interaction that more or less just kind of gets you past pleasantries.
Yeah.
And the importance of it. And how it's an important thing that, perhaps we don't partake in as often or as openly as we should.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
I am terrible at this. Like, genuinely terrible.
I'm actually really good at it.
Oh, I envy you, buddy.
But I hate it. I don't like to do it.
See, I'm terrible at it and I hate it.
Yeah.
But I'm terrible at it by choice. Like, I could be fine.
Yeah.
And I recognize that I could very easily engage in this.
Right.
And in some scenarios, in some cases, like I wish I were more willing to do that. Yeah. Because I recognize like that would open up some avenues for me.
Sure.
But I also just hate it so much.
It's really funny because like I know you well enough to know that like, yeah, I can see why you're not good at it.
Correct. Yeah.
Because you can't let it go.
Nope.
Kind of a thing.
Nope.
If something comes up,
yep,
you're going to hang on to that and either correct that or refuse to let it go.
Correct.
And I think that's why I'm really good at it is that I can ignore that.
You're so right.
And just continue on with the schmoozing
you are 100%
aspect of
correct.
it and take the conversation where that other person needs to go with it and get to an end result that is satisfactory for that person. Maybe not for me.
Oh man,
but for that person.
You're 100% like nail on the head.
Yeah, that just happened in real time. I just realized that.
Because I mean, you're exactly right. Like when somebody, first of all, for me.
Yeah. All right. So maybe let's frame this within the context of like going into a liquor store.
Okay. Sure.
You know.
Yep.
You've got the context of I know what a bottle should cost, and I'm going to go and purchase this bottle. But this is the kind of the place where the bottles aren't labeled with a price.
Okay.
And I have to kind of go up and request a price.
Okay. Sure.
And you go up, and that price is more than what you anticipated.
So immediately, if that's the case, I would then ask the question, why is that bottle priced like this?
Right.
You say that this bottle is suggested retail price, but I know the suggested retail price is X amount and you're charging me Y amount.
But man, you walked in there and they were like, oh my gosh, it's Stone from Dripping Stone.
Yeah.
In my shop
right
here in Little Town, Central Florida.
Right.
Man, it is such a pleasure to have you here.
So then my general...
So excited to see you. Thank you so much. Man, I can't wait to get you what you need.
Okay. First of all, I'd be like, CTFD.
Calm the fuck down.
I love that you're enthused. I love that and I want to have those conversations. Like I'm not trying not to have those conversations.
I'm happy for you that you're so happy in seeing me.
It sounds like such a dick thing to say, but maybe. But like I will, like, oh yeah, I'm Nick and
I'm here.
I'm here to do the thing. Like,
yeah.
Wait. That bottle's why y'all charging what? And so I'm going to ask that question in a manner like not trying to be rude about it, but like why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And then if they're like, well,
XYZ,
I'll be like, well,
Big Brother.
Yeah, sure. Like all, tariffs and whatever.
Thing.
I might just walk out. I might not buy that bottle. Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Easy. Like I have no problem.
Right.
Like, you're not going to convince me to do that.
Right.
But I'm not willing, and this is probably just, it is unfortunate for me to like schmooze you enough to be like, man, listen, like you and I both know you're trying to sell that bottle for $150. That bottle is actually $110.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, listen, can we meet in the middle? Can you give me a good guy discount? Like, come on, I'm Stone. We're dropping Stone. I'm not trying to use my fame and fortune to do that, but like, how's your weekend? How's your kids? Hey, I met your mom the other weekend. Like, how's she? Is your mama good? Like, no, I'm not. That's not me. I guess I'm generally like very straightforward and to the point. I don't expect to like walk into a place and have a like deep philosophical conversation. But I also like in my mind the small talk like is cheap.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
And I don't like transactionally. I don't know if I want to engage in it.
Yeah. Like when we brought up this topic, I immediately said, I'm really good at small talk.
Yeah.
But I prefer to do it with people that I don't know.
Yes.
Whereas with people that I do know, it's more cumbersome.
Agreed.
Because at some point in time, that small talk is no longer small talk. It starts getting deep and... okay, like, all right, you're talking about your kids. Do I know your kids? Man, I feel like I should probably have remembered some sort of like thing. Like, yeah, no, they're married, or like, it starts to get too contextualized.
Yeah.
Whereas with people that I don't know, which within my profession happens constantly.
Yeah.
I've got so many built-in responses of like, even to things of like, where are you from? Okay, cool. If you tell me you're from here, I've got a built-in response to that.
Yeah.
You're from there.
I'm from Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo, man, fantastic. I've always wanted to go to Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
Which part of Kalamazoo are you from?
Northern, right there on Power Line and East Crawford.
I've heard of Power Line.
Yeah.
But I haven't been there, but I've heard it's fantastic.
You know why? We support the Packers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even realize it was in Wisconsin. So.
What did I say?
Kalamazoo.
Oh, which is in Michigan.
Even better. That sense of like it's just easier to talk to people where the conversation is only going to go so far.
Sure.
And it's just easier to interact within that for me.
Yeah.
Whereas if it goes deeper with it, when it's people that are like coworkers or things like that, like eventually it's going to cross that line of like, I'm going to have to hear this whole story at some point, and
I don't want
remember it and
right.
contextualize it and need to remember that for the next time that we talk.
Sure.
That it's like, I'm done. Like, there was literally an instance this past week at work where we had some new people coming in. Mm-hmm. They were training.
Oh, okay. Like new people working.
Yeah, new people.
Gotcha.
And somebody who'd been there for quite a while kind of jokingly asked me if I had introduced myself to them. And I was like, no, I don't do that. That's not what I do. Like, it's literally like a very common thing for me, specifically within the workplace, of like, I may not interact with you on any kind of level for like, after you've been there for like 6 months to a year.
Right.
You know, it's just who I am, more or less. Of like, one, I'm not really willing to kind of dig into that with you if you're only going to be here for a few months anyway.
Right.
Just because it's like, my mental space is limited.
Correct.
You know, and I don't necessarily have the desire to delve into that. That's not my jam.
Right.
If the realization kind of comes along, they're like, yeah, nah, we're kind of in this for the long haul, then I'll eventually, you know, be more
engaged.
open to it.
No, likewise. And I think for me, like, because I like the friends that I do have, like I value those friendships and I'm willing to make those jumps and leaps, and I'm willing to like, even you and I, like we usually start with some version of small talk, like, hey, how was your day? How was work the other day? But like, it then it left turns, because like that's just a way into the conversation. Like I am genuinely interested in that.
Sure.
But it's like it's a way into the conversation versus like where a random person or, you know, even someone that I'm supposed to like your coworker example, like I don't have the mental space for all of that.
Right.
And I like the people that I love and care about, I have all the mental space for those people and the things that I love and care about. And I just can't in some ways bring myself to care about anything else.
Right. And I think just because of like our profession differences.
Sure.
When I'm interacting with somebody that I don't know, and I know that I will never know you again beyond this moment.
Yeah.
I'm so good at buying into your preferences.
Yes.
Like we've talked about this before.
Absolutely.
Of like, if I know that you're an LSU fan, go Tigers.
Yeah.
Like all day long, baby. I will play into that and I will build up your preferences, you know, in whatever way that I can, just to improve the interaction that we're about to have in this moment.
Yeah.
I'm in a position of like, I want to make you feel as comfortable as possible. Whereas like I could see that not being in any way remotely useful to you.
Nope.
In that same interaction, because why would I care?
Yeah. And that's not to say that like, I don't want people to feel comfortable, or I don't want to,
but I don't need to release myself. I don't need
that's it.
Lower my
Correct.
beliefs for this interaction.
Correct.
I can stay right here.
Yes.
You know, that's fascinating to me.
That's 100%, that you're 100% right. Like that is it. Like I recognize like the position you're in terms of like, I kind of need to do that to make you feel comfortable so that there's an exchange.
Right.
But like,
and I need this interaction to benefit me too.
Correct. I very rarely feel that way.
Right.
You know, like we've been in Drep and Stone situations where that's absolutely the case. And I can hang, I can do it. But like, I don't go to a grocery store and someone, you know, the bagger asks me like, hey man, what are you doing? You know, how's your weekend? Like, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, man, I'm not doing anything. I'm just chores, you know, that kind of thing. And like, cause I don't, what is my response? I guess maybe I should have like a Rolodex of like 5 easy responses. Oh yeah, man. Like I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to do a thing. Even if it's just a complete lie. Like why?
Hairdresser. Well, no, you got a decent
my
thing with your guy.
Yeah, I do.
Like my hairdresser, like if they start digging into that, I shut down real quick. And I just,
oh bro,
it turns really quick into
me and my barber,
nothing.
Oh,
and I shut down. And so like, then they get the cue of like, okay, he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.
But like, I think it makes so much sense because I always pivot it back to you in those instances.
Right.
It's never I'm never giving you anything.
You're right.
You know, like if somebody asks me where I'm from, I'll quickly kind of tell you and give you a little bit of a anecdote about where I'm from, but then I'll quickly throw it at you. And you're always willing to tell me about you.
Right.
So like I never give up much.
See, and I think like that in and of itself is a skill. And I think that's what small talk is good for. And it's good for introductions, and it's good for the familiarity.
Yeah.
And I think like for me, I'm not, this sounds so terrible saying it out loud, but I'm not interested in being more familiar with more people.
You're also in a situation where every 45 minutes, you've got a fresh new group of people who do look up to you and respect you and want a relationship to you
Right.
to some extent,
Yeah.
where you can't just constantly disregard that.
Right.
Whereas mine is completely different, where every 45 minutes I've got a new fresh group coming in that I can understand I'll never see you again.
And you're not
And I
trying
can
to
just build this all on you
Right.
to benefit me.
right. And you're not trying to create a relationship built on depth
Right.
of like
It's surface
understanding.
value and pixie dust.
And and you're not trying to get them to understand anything about themselves in terms of like, you know, how they think about the world.
Introspective
Yeah.
realizations.
You know, I'm going to say this.
Say it.
I do truly wish I were better, and I know that I could be, but I just realized like what work that takes unless you do it on the level that you're doing it, where it's just kind of you have a response, you know how to respond to those things. Like people ask you the same general questions, and I recognize like people do that, and like I just need to have oh yeah, like what do you think about the weather? Man, the weather's great. Like I just, you know, I love the sunshine. It's just
man, it's so hot out there. Like no, I get it. Like, I'm gonna go grab you like 3 more Cokes and have that shit.
Sure,
ready. Like,
sure.
It is just that like you build up a reaction to it, but the aspect of the small talk that keeps popping up within my social media feed is like the importance of it.
Okay, let's talk about that.
In terms of like, that's where you are able to, you know, it's always based more so in terms of community.
Yeah.
And in this aspect of like the part where I'm really bad at it, in terms of like the people that you are constantly in interaction with.
Sure.
So like I'm great on these conversations within people that I'm never going to see again, but I'm pretty awful at it on the people that I see almost day to day.
Yeah. Like you've never asked me how my day was. And it's okay.
I don't think that's true.
Just kidding.
Surely to goodness, there's like at least one episode back in there.
Sure.
Where I've like, and how are you?
Who are you?
Okay, I don't really care. Yeah. But it's that aspect where it is like the importance of having those interactions with these people that you are more familiar with.
Yeah.
To understand that like we're all kind of in this together. Mm-hmm. Understanding that we're far more similar than we are different.
Yeah.
Kind of an aspect.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think for at least like my recognition of it too is like if I were to engage more in that small talk aspect, even with the people that I know and the people that I'm really familiar with, that would be easier maybe, or like that would create more familiarity. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, I mean, more or less. It's just that it's that thing of if I can meet you on that small of a level, I've just got a little bit more respect and perhaps patience for your thoughts and ideas, and I'm not so judgmental and reactionary to it. To then where if later on I'm then brought back to that same conversation interaction, I might be a little bit softer.
Yeah.
Might come at it with a little bit more either sympathy or understanding.
Yeah.
And not be so judgmental and reactionary.
I've learned something from a longtime listener of ours, and that's the asking of questions. I don't want to say like rather than small talk, but like the asking of questions in order to engage further. And so like if you're talking about some sort of like thing, he'll ask you questions. And so that generates more small talk, but that enables him to kind of like understand where you are.
Right.
And then can guide that even better.
Yeah.
And like I admire that because to me, like, and I think I've gotten a little bit better at that, but to me, like I am more of the kind of like perspective of like you asking me questions and I just want to talk. You know what I mean? So like I think that the obverse of that is just learning to ask those questions that like I enable, kind of like what you said, enable people to have those conversations themselves.
Yeah. And most times people are going to be way more comfortable in earnest in talking about themselves,
Right.
and their situation and what they're going through. And I feel like it's honestly like really difficult to find people who are really engaged in what you're going through,
Sure.
you know?
Oh, man.
And really want to listen to that
Yep.
and really be with you within that conversation. That's difficult.
I think that's what I struggle with because I try to be genuine, and being genuine in a
It's
lot
vulnerable.
it's super vulnerable, but in a lot of cases that's not what people want.
Right.
What people
It's
want,
like, oh, you're taking this further than I.
right? What people want a
Really
stock
kinda wanted it.
answer,
Yeah.
like not to the point of like when someone asks me like, "How's your day going?" Well, like actually, my day's just
here it
really
comes.
shitty. Like
Yeah.
here's all the things that are not to that point, but like if you ask me a question about a thing, I want to give you a legit answer.
Yeah.
Rather than just like a stock kind of thing, because I realize in some ways like the shallowness of that stock answer. And so like I want to be genuine, but that's not what people want. They want go Tigers. They want to see themselves reflected back to themselves rather than a genuine connection. And I would, I treasure that genuine connection more than I do just the superficial thing.
Right.
And like a 5-second interaction with a McDonald's worker is not the time to make a genuine connection.
Right.
But I still in the back of my mind value that. So
Right.
like then I just it's
Tend to try to go that way.
Sure.
And either crashes and burns or.
Generally I just don't do it. Just to wrap this up, I think the benefit of it is definitely there.
Do you think that like you'll engage with it more, understanding the importance of it? That's what kills me.
Yeah.
Is like I understand and I see all these videos and these posts about it and the importance of it, and I always self-reflect really quick and say, but I hate it.
I really wish I could suppress that that part of me that like
I mean, same. I get it. I understand it,
but
in my
genuinely
head, I despise it.
Genuinely, I don't think I will.
Yeah, me neither. And that's like the conundrum. Is that the right word?
No.
Nope. That's the conundrum.
Conundrum. There it is.
That's the real puzzle to all.
Where'd you go puzzle? That's a paradoxical nature.
I'm a thesaurus.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, no, that's
that what
like
that
that's the
tattoo means?
quandary to all of it.
Quandary.
Wow. Pulled that one.
Yeah, you did.
That's the whole thing is that
Oh, you went thing,
I
huh?
get it. I understand that it's a
Exactly.
thing and that it has
Exactly.
importance, but like at the same time, I just want to be left alone on my back porch with my plants and a glass of whiskey.
Who's walking up to your back porch yelling at you like, "Hey, how's the weather?"
My neighbors do. I don't want to talk to you.
I'm gonna lose.
They don't
my
listen
mind.
to this podcast. I don't want to talk to any of them. Leave me alone.
on that note, you got anything else?
I don't guess. I'm done with this small talk. We can end this up.
That's why the podcast works, because we delve into topics that are deeper than small talk, except when we're talking about small talk. That's very meta.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of meta, if you want to get in contact with us,
Yeah.
you can do so through social media.
Right. One word. Drep and Stone. DRP and Stone.
DRP?
Droppy. Dreppy.
It's not DRP.
Dreppy. DREP.
There it is.
Dreppy.
Yeah.
And Stone. It's one word.
Yeah.
DREP and Stone on Meta.
Sure.
On Threads.
Oh.
I think they own that.
Instagram. X.
Yeah, that's that other X, which was formerly Twitter.
Sure. TikTok.
Do you still post stuff on there?
Not really. I mean, there's stuff up. People engage.
We're on there. YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on there. You can
Sure.
find us on there.
Right.
Yeah, look us up.
Yeah, and-
find a thing, like a thing. Reach out to us on whatever platform you like.
Yeah.
and it might encourage us to post more on that thing.
Correct. We'll probably get a notification.
Have a little small talk.
Yeah. I know we did things a little bit backwards, but the segue was just too good not to.
Oh, it makes sense.
We'd love to know, what do you think about the Fiddler, the ASW Fiddler Toasted Straight Rye? Have you had the Lakeland Whiskey Society pick?
Oh man, if you have, good on you, because it's
Yeah.
a hell of a pick.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, what's your favorite ASW product?
Yeah.
Release?
Sure.
Because man, they make great whiskey.
And you should probably reach out to them and see if you can get your own barrel pick. I mean, who doesn't want 250 bottles of this amazing stuff?
Right?
Well, you can reach us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. We already told you about the social
You think
media.
that's one word too?
Wait, what?
That's one word too.
Yeah, Drep
all
and
these
Stone.
years, like that's also one word. Just
Yeah,
on email.
but it doesn't sound as good when I say it and then you say it.
It's redundant.
Yeah, correct. But
Repetitive.
DREPANDSTONE at gmail.com. You can get in touch with us through email.
Yeah.
We already talked about social media, so we're going to move on to how you can support Drep and Stone.
Right.
You can support Drep and Stone by rating the podcast wherever it is you find great podcasts.
Wow. Ratings are cool.
Yeah, thumbs, stars, whatever else is.
Numbers.
Sure.
1 out of 10.
Sure. No.
We're way better than that.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
At least a
10 out
good
of
solid 7.
Yeah.
Easy.
7.5.
Sure.
At least.
Right. You can support Drep and Stone by telling someone about the podcast.
Your mother-in-law.
Sure. Why not?
She likes whiskey.
She definitely likes whiskey.
And she likes good conversations.
And she would love Drep and Stone.
Yeah.
Tell her about it.
Happy Mother's Day.
We're a couple weeks after that, but sure. Why not?
Still means that you forgot to tell her.
You probably did. And you can financially support the podcast through our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/drepandstone. Just helps keep the lights on, the recording machine recording, and more importantly, now it's the summer, the AC machine ACing.
Incredibly appreciative.
On that note, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
You think they held on for that? Did they
No,
hold on for
I
the
don't
whole?
know. I don't know.
For the whole thing.
I don't know.
Like I hope that if you waited the whole time, let us know. Like give us anything.
Yeah, just put
Hey,
a thumbs.
I made it all the way.
Yeah.
I didn't dip out. I'm here. I'm still here. Now this is like at this point like 15 seconds like after the cheers. Incredible.